Joined now by Jean-Nicolas Beuze. He is the UNHCR representative in Yemen. Thanks so much for being with us. You know, what's so frightening, of course, is that Yemen had already been declared, the world's worst humanitarian disaster. The world knows the country is in desperate need of aid, but what are you realistically expecting to get?
So, as you mentioned, we are facing a very dire situation here in Yemen. 5 years of conflict have left the health facilities. Half of them have been destroyed by the conflict. The population is very weak. Most of the people eat only once a day, a bit of tea and bread. Children have not been vaccinated. People have been displaced by the bombing and the shelling and the fighting on the ground. And now we are facing the coronavirus. It's very difficult to know the numbers because testing is insufficient in Yemen. But we know that there's a combination of factors, including on other communicable diseases, such as dengue fever, cholera, malaria, which make the death toll coming up very high very quickly.
Give us a better idea, if you can, Jean-Nicolas, how much worse you expect Yemen to be affected than other countries? Because when all of this is compounded with the poverty, the conflict, the other diseases that are rampant in the country, how much worse off will Yemen fare than its immediate neighbors as well as other developing countries?
So, as you mentioned, we are lacking some funding to really deliver basic life-saving assistance to the population. We have 24 million out of the 30 million Yemenis who need external aid to survive on a daily basis. 3/4 of the UN program and of the international and national NGOs are going to stop in the coming days because of the lack of funding, which means that we won't be able to provide emergency shelter. We won't be able to provide cash for people to buy food or medicine. We won't be able to provide people with any kind of resources which will help them to cope with the pandemic. We are expecting in a conference in Riyadh on the 2nd of June, the international community to recommit some funding for Yemen. Pledges will be made so that we can again provide this lifeline support to the Yemenis. But it's coming very late because the coronavirus is spreading very rapidly with very little opportunities for people to protect themselves in a country where overcrowding is everywhere, where people cannot isolate themselves, where people don't have running water and have difficulties even buying soap.
Okay, Jean-Nicolas, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much, though, for joining us. We appreciate it.